This War of Mine is a game in which you manage and control a set of survivors trying to outlast a war-torn city. The city is running out of resources, in the crossfire between rebels and military, and the winter is descending upon the location. By micromanaging each task that each person does, you are solely responsible for the way each of their lives turns out. The scavenge missions are the most important part of the gameplay, and it's where the situations are the most intense. You control just one person and have to navigate unfamiliar territory to find the right supplies for what your home needs. This requires you to have to make weighted choices between food, components, and trade goods, while also being required to keep a lookout for imminent threats in the environment. The game is also quick to remind you that there is a war going on. There are always talks of rebels, the resources are depleting, and the military is running amok. In the game, it is very likely you will have to interact with them, either via trade posts or coming across them in the environment, and when you're in these situations, you have to be careful what decisions you make because you don't want to end up being a target because of your actions. But that's where the choices in this game leaves you. Every day are minor struggles in deciding who gets to eat, who has to be in danger, who needs treatment for their sickness, who gets to play guard. Then you have to make the choice about whether or not you should try and be more reliant on trading or more self-sufficient, or whether or not you should favor food. Do you take on more people or leave them out to dry? Do you help your neighbors or let them walk away? Every decision has a check and a balance to it in this game, but for me anyhow, what really gets me is a strong feeling on my personal psyche. I was drained the first time I played the game because this is a game that doesn't hold your hands. If somebody dies, too bad. Since the game is not tied to a main narrative aside from reaching the ever-hopeful 80 days, the game is not tied to a central protagonist either. The group you start with may not even be the same people who you end with. But when playing this game, it is your responsibility to make sure that they are safe while they are in your group, even if it means doing the wrong thing to make sure it happens.